When you've got a storm that you can read for 5, 6, 7 days, and it's moving at a pace, at a certain strength, in a certain direction, you can plan. You know, you can plan days ahead. Problem with this storm is you've actually got two running side by side. It's like a hippo and a pup. And you don't know if the hippo is going to take the pup with it, or is it, is going to ditch it somewhere. So what we know we're going to get is we know we're going to get rain. Okay, we don't know what the surge is going to be because we don't know exactly where the storm's coming in. If the storm were to come in, say Brunswick, between Brunswick and Savannah, we would get a lot of surge. But if the storm comes in Charleston, Myrtle Beach, then that surge is up in the right quadrant. Then you're going to look at upstate or the up coast in North Carolina. So we need citizens to pay attention because here we are on a Friday. And what gets hairy about this is that every hour on the hour, something changes with the storm. And it may reduce the window of opportunity for an evacuation. So we may go from 72-hour window to a 48-hour window. So a decision has got to be made quickly on what time or if an evacuation is done. And those things are difficult. Now we're moving into the weekend. Percentage-wise, I think throughout the county we're at 50% with our visitors and folks like that. So the population is a little bit less than if this was July. But there's still a lot of people on the coast that have got to be moved. And then you start running into a time frame where it's, drop everything you're doing, let's go. So what we need you to tell our citizens, like Lindsay does, is you need to prepare for that right now. Don't wait till Sunday to make preparation for a potential evacuation. I mean, we don't know if we're going to have an evacuation or not. It just depends on the pup. What happens to the pup. So we're hoping that, the one will take the other one out to sea. But there are so many different factors in this thing that, jet stream, so, I mean, and then the unfortunate thing that we talked about in our 12 o'clock is that this storm that concerns us is in the warmest water that we have in the Atlantic, and that's where it's growing. So, you don't want me to make any more comments about the pup? But that's the best information you can get out of this, because it never fails that everyone waits till the 11th hour to make a decision. And as big as this county is now, and even though, our population is 200,000 people. Years ago when it was 100,000, it was a lot easier to move folks off the coast. But it's more difficult now than ever. Because we have choke points that we deal with every time we have an evacuation. Neil can tell you exactly where those choke points are. We haven't grown more roads and infrastructure, and we're still dealing with the same evacuation routes that we've been dealing with forever. But we're moving a lot more people.